Good morning and welcome back to OTR Reviews with me, Jamie Green. And today you join me in Brokeswood, just outside Gosfield. And the reason I'm here is because I've got a very special commercial vehicle which has made its way across the Atlantic into the private buyer's heart of the United Kingdom. And it's this, the Ford Ranger pickup truck. The pickup truck is designed to be a commercial vehicle, but it's made its way into the private buyer's heart as being a big, rugged off-roader with fantastic load capability. It's won its way into our hearts here in the UK. The Ranger comes in 3 cab variations. Today we're out with the biggest, the double cab with the 4 doors and the 5 seats. You've got in the middle the super cab, which has suicide doors, which is 1 door opens normally and 1 door opens backwards. And in the rear you've got a nice little bench. And then you've got the single cab, which has the biggest load capability but only has 2 doors and 2 seats, so really is only aimed at the commercial buyer. Talk about trim levels for the Ranger. You've got 5 to choose from. The first being the XL. That comes with heated wing mirrors, heated front and rear windows, cruise control, lane keep assist and collision mitigation system, and starts from £24,369 and comes with the 2-litre twin turbo 170 PS engine and a 6-speed manual. Next up is the XLT, which comes with the alloy wheels as standard over the XL. You also get the 8-inch touchscreen with a 6-speaker setup, and this car starts from £28,701. In the Ranger lineup comes the Limited, and this is where the more car-like features start to appear. You've got the climate control, the front and rear parking sensors, the reversing camera, and this car starts from £33,579. It comes with both engines that are available in this car, the 170 PS 2-litre or the 213 PS 2-litre, with a choice of gearboxes, the 6-speed manual or the 10-speed automatic. Up is the WildTrak, like the one we're out in today. The additions on this are the LED front fog lights, the sports steering wheel, ambient lighting and underbody protection. Prices start on the WildTrak from £36,099. The big top dog in the Ranger lineup is the Ranger Raptor, which is derived from the F-150 Raptor from the United States, and this starts from £47,889 but comes with pretty much all the bells and whistles we've spoken about and the 213 PS 10-speed automatic engine which we have in the WildTrak today, which is a phenomenal engine. But the load bay, which is the practical element of a pickup truck, and it all depends on the variation of cab type you have on how much you can fit in the back. So with the single cab you can get 1.25 tonnes, with the super cab you can get 1.2 tonnes, and in the back of this, the double, you can get 1.14. It is worth mentioning, however, that the Ranger Raptor only has a load capacity of 600 kilograms, and this is due to it having a sports suspension setup instead of the traditional setup this car has. The next thing to know about a Ranger pickup is that it does have towing capabilities if you fit this 400-pound towing bar to the back. The car itself weighs 2.2 tonnes and it can tow a capacity of up to 3.5 tonnes, which is mighty impressive. With the 400-pound option, you get the tow bar and the full electric setup included. The Ranger is a very safe vehicle as well, with a 5-star Euro NCAP rating, a 96 protection rating for adult occupants and 86% for child occupants. You really can't fault the Ranger's dependable safety record. In May of 2020, the big 3.2 and 2.2 power units were departed from the range and replaced by a lineup of 2-litre twin turbo engines. Today we have the 2-litre twin turbo 210 brake horsepower engine with a 10-speed automatic gearbox. This engine also comes with the 6-speed manual. And below this is the 170 PS engine, which is more used to, you know, your XLs and your XLTs. You're going to want the bigger engine if you're going for the WildTrak or the Limited. The Ranger is a full bona fide off-roader as well. It can wade up to 0.8 of a metre in water. It has an entry angle of 29 degrees and an exit angle of 21 degrees. And believe me, I've tried this. It doesn't look like it today, but this isn't what I mean. I've been proper off-roading this vehicle and I can tell you it's mighty impressive, with its high and low range 4-wheel drive gearbox. The Ranger is a big vehicle, so visibility is a very important thing. But look at the size of these wing mirrors. I mean, Ford have really thought about this. They are absolutely huge. I'm going to give you a quick wave, because you see me in the reflection of the window, but look at the size of these things. I can fit my hands spread out inside. You get good visibility, you can see all 4 corners of the truck from both sides. The Ranger does come with a lineup of top covers, which start from £1,600. So the one I've got today is a simple mounting top slider, which if you just, I can demonstrate. A bit stiff, but very easy and very simple to use. The Ranger comes in a variation of 11 colours, and you get a selection depending on which Ranger trim you select. Today, out with the WildTrak, we're in the beautiful sea grey. Let's look at the styling of the Ranger. The headlights, they're angled, they're sharp, and they are mighty aggressive. Combine that with its big mouth, brazen with its name and the famous blue oval, you've got a fantastic looking car from the front. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you down the sides. We're going to follow me. As we come down the side of the car, there's minimalistic styling, which makes the Ranger very, very simplistic, but a good looking car nonetheless. And you get lots of branding on the WildTrak, down the side, on the interiors, and as I'm going to show you now, in the tailgate. As we look round to the tailgate, you can see Ford have blazoned this Ranger with its name, big bold letters across the rear. They're very, very proud of what this car truly is. A commercial vehicle which is suited to a private buyer market. Let's look at the interior of the WildTrak, and straight away you notice that the side seals are complete with the WildTrak logo, as are the floor mats in lovely orange branding. Now let's look at the seats. They're half leather and half of this really nice hard wearing compound. The reason Ford have done this is these are high wear areas, and this is where the seats are going to wear out fastest. This hard wearing compound will prevent this from happening. If we look up the seats, you'll notice it's all blazoned with the WildTrak logo and the lovely orange stitching, which flows throughout the cabin, down through the centre console, and even back around on the steering wheel and the dash with this lovely hard wearing leather surface, meaning this vehicle is suited for private buyers' needs, but can also be used as a commercial vehicle as well. It's fitted with this 8-inch touchscreen, which is fitted with Ford's Sync system. As you can see, it's very similar to their road-going cars and very easy to use. As we come down, the climate control module in the middle, again very easy, very simplistic, and that's the flow throughout this car. Is simple, easy to use. The gear selector, again, is a very old school pull selector, which you just need to engage the brake to pull. And here you notice the 4-wheel drive selector. So you've got your 4-wheel drive low range, your high range, and your 2-wheel drive setup for when you're on the motorways and you want to get just that little bit more fuel economy. Interior connectivity is good as well. You've got the 2 connectivity USB ports in the middle. You've got the 2 cigarette lighter ports in the middle as well. If you move to the back, you've also got 2 power units back here and a 3-prong plug, which you can use to charge a laptop. Look at this speedo cluster. Isn't it fantastically well made? You've got the big speedo in the middle, including 2 digital screens at the sides. You've got the digital speedo, your rev counter, distance to empty, average speed and tyre pressures, and can even click down through your fuel economy on 2 trip computers. If we look on down the other side, you've got the navigation screen, which can show your entertainment information and your phone information, as well as the entertainment that's going on as well. There you go, about the 3-prong plug, which I'd quite like to show you on this video. So here in the centre console, you've got your 12-volt connector and your 3-prong power plug. Let's talk fuel economy. Ford claim that the 2-litre twin-turbo engine in this car, the 213, will get 30.4 mpg, which is good from a bi-turbo engine in a car this size. And I can tell you, it isn't far off. I've done 320 miles in this car since taking it, and I have done 30.2, and that's a range of driving. That's hard outback driving, that's long motorway journeys, and that's some nice little B-road thrashes as well. This vehicle is a great all-round car for your fuel economy. See, the Ford Ranger is no small vehicle by any stretch of the imagination, so Ford have fitted it with a side step, which just makes getting in and out just that bit easier for a slightly shorter person. The ride in the Ranger isn't exactly what you'd call the best, but it's not, so far, not the worst. Now, what I will say, remember, is that it is a little bit rough, and there's a reason for it. The suspension is set up to take nearly a ton of weight in the rear load base, so when you don't have weight in there, the suspension is still very stiff, so you're going to feel those bumps a bit more. But it's not what I'd call uncomfortable. Combine that with the heated seats, it is an absolutely lovely place to be, and a very easy vehicle to drive with lovely light steering and agile handling. Engines aren't noisy either, they're very refined, they're very quiet. Don't get me wrong, being a diesel on a cold morning, you're gonna hear it, But when you're just cruising along a motorway or you're running around these B roads like I am now, it's very refined and it's very comfortable and quiet. Automatic gearbox makes seamless changes from its gears. You don't even notice that it's changing gears. The only little hint you get is a slight change of tone from the diesel engine. Next up, let's talk about the speed of this vehicle. Now, I know it's not something you're really thinking about, but I'm going to be honest, it's no slouch. For a 2.2 ton car with 210 horsepower, it gets up and it just goes. There's no slugginess, there's no lag, it just goes, and it's such a smooth transition of power to the wheels as well. When you've got it in two-wheel drive mode, it's going to be more economical than when you've got it in four-wheel drive mode, but if I'm honest, you don't really need to use it in four-wheel drive mode on the road. The two-wheel drive mode feels exactly the same, and you get the better fuel economy, so you'd be stupid to put it in four-wheel drive mode on normal driving conditions. So last up, inside the cab, you're going to think with a vehicle this size, the visibility isn't going to be great. Well, let me tell you, as I said earlier, the wing mirrors on this thing are absolutely huge, and I can see all four corners of the truck. Combine that with a huge windscreen in front of me and four large side windows, small pillars, I've got fantastic all-round visibility. I can see all four corners, as I said, I can see everything, and it makes me feel comfortable driving a car this big. There you have it, the 2020 Ford Ranger with its new lineup of two 2-litre EcoBlue engines. Question is, would I have one? As a private buyer, probably. It's commanding driving position, great visibility, fantastic engines, and just unrivaled practicality just make this vehicle a great all-rounder for me. I love my Focus, but maybe next time out, you'll see me in a Ford Ranger. Join me next week where I'll be testing the brand new Ford Kuga Titanium 2-litre diesel. Till then, goodbye.